Like this video in the next 5 seconds, you're going to lose your next rep up game in NBA 2K20. I would not risk it. What's good with you boys? It's your boy JBT, and I'm coming at you guys with another banger video. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the fastest rep method in the entire game. And look, for y'all that are new, I was only a Superstar 1 in mid-May because I took a 5-month break earlier in the year. And now in July, about 2 months later, I'm halfway to Elite 3. And I have way less total games played than the average person who is also halfway to Elite 3. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys the best builds to rep up, my daily spin method, how to always land on 2x rep, the best game modes to rep up, how to get the most rep in-game, and other really helpful tips. Before we get into it, I just want to ask one thing of y'all. Make sure to sub to the channel if you're new, because I'm going to be posting banger videos, and of course, y'all aren't going to want to miss when I hit Elite 3 live on stream, probably about 15 days from now. But yeah, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get straight into this banger. Alright, now there are 2 builds in NBA 2K20 that will get you so much more rep compared to any other builds. Now, one of them is a point guard and the other is a power forward, so you could choose whatever position you like to play more. After you make one of these builds, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can get 15k rep for every game you play. I'm also going to be showing you guys the guard build first, and not only is this guard build insane for rep, but you will see in a second, it's actually an amazing build if you want to become a comp 2K player. So you're going to want to choose the point guard and then scroll down to the pure yellow pie chart, the one with the most playmaking. I'm going to speed this part up for you guys, but you're just going to want to copy and paste the exact attributes I have on the screen once it's done, and you will see the badges we get on this build are insane. So you're going to see we get 7 finishing badges, 14 shooting badges to get all the essential badges you need, like quick draw, range extender, hot zone hunter, green machine, and deadeye. Then you get an absurd 28 playmaking badges to really help your teammates, to really make your teammates better, and to get a lot of space for yourself. And to top it all off, you get a good amount of 10 defensive badges to help you clamp up. Alright, so body type is just preference, and for the height, you're going to want to go 6'6". This is the best height for this playmaker build that we're going to be making. Weight, you want to go minimum so you can be the fastest as possible. Blow by everybody, have a lot of speed. Wingspan, I would make it minimum or 1 tick off minimum. This will give you a very high 3-point rating, so you can be shooting from almost anywhere. And your ball handle will be ridiculous. You'll be able to speed boost way before you hit 99 overall. For your takeover, I would choose playmaking takeover. You have an extremely high ball handle. You're going to be catching a ton of ankles and having a lot of fun using this build. And as you can see, we have just made a playmaker, and this is not only a great build, but this is the best build in the entire game for rep grinding. This is what Chalk used to hit first legend, so I would definitely recommend making this build if you're interested in grinding rep on a guard. But now let's look at the best rep grinding build for centers. So for the best big man build in the game, we are going to be taking a look at the most broken, the most overpowered, and the most hated build in the entire game. So for your position, you're going to want to choose the power forward position. You're going to want to choose the first pie chart, the pure blue pie chart. For your physical profile, you're going to want to choose this one that I'm showing on the screen. And just like before, if you're interested in making this build, copy the exact attributes I have. Now, this build is amazing at catching lobs and getting posters, which will give you a ton of rep, and it doesn't really get a lot of shooting badges or doesn't really get a lot of playmaking badges, but that's honestly fine because this build can't shoot and you won't be dribbling too often. And the thing about this build is if your defender is shorter than you, you could play bully ball and simply just post for them, and if they are taller than you, you are likely going to be so much faster than them and so much more athletic than them that you are basically a mismatch for everybody. And your height, I would recommend going with 6'10". You're going to have ridiculous athleticism. You're still going to be tall enough to clamp up taller players, and you'll have enough speed to guard the perimeter if necessary. Now for your weight, bring it up to 245. Max out your wingspan. This will help you with rebounding and defense. You really don't need shooting stats on this build, so yeah, it makes sense to go max wingspan. You'll be getting crazy contact dunks with this build, so I would recommend choosing slashing takeover, and we have built the most hated build in the game, the interior finisher. But yeah, you're going to be getting crazy rep with this build, so I would definitely recommend making it. Now I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can get double rep every time for both the regular wheel and the elite wheel. So starting off with the regular wheel, what you're going to want to do is find a default wheel. So what I mean by default wheel is a wheel that has the ticker right next to the 2 times rep for 2 hours, and you're going to want to spin it, and the goal is to let it bounce back and get as close as you can between the O and the W in spin power as you possibly can. If you get it right on the money, you still won't get it every time, but you should get it like half the time or something like that. And the closer you are, the higher percentage you have of it landing on 2 times rep for 2 hours. So as you can see, that's what this person got. And now I'm going to show you guys the elite method. So for the elite method, you're going to want to find a default wheel, and a default wheel will look exactly like this, what I'm showing on the screen, and you're just going to want to let it go all the way to the bottom. You literally do not touch a controller, and as you can see, this guy just got 2 times rep for 5 hours. This is literally so easy to do. It couldn't be easier, and you're going to land on 2 times rep probably like, I'd say like a high percentage of the time, maybe about like half the time or something like that. So yeah, if you're an elite and you unlock the elite wheel, make sure to use this method to get 2 times rep for 5 hours, and sometimes you're even going to get lucky and get something like bonus. So once you make yourself a rep grinding build and you get yourself 2 times rep, it's time to maximize the rep points you get. As you can see, I made a 66 overall playmaker for the purposes of this video, and I knew I was probably going to lose, but I'm doing it for you guys. So please do something for me in return and drop a like on the video. It literally takes 2 seconds. But anyways, the easiest way is to throw lobs, and the easiest way to do this is when the center is inbounding the ball to the guard, and all the guard needs to do is stand directly in front of the inactive defender, so the defender checking your teammate the ball, and basically just get your teammate to wrap left or wrap right to the paint, and as you can see, he'll get stuck. And that pass was a little risky, but these builds work so well together that basically every lob you throw will be caught. So yeah, but what you're going to want to do is run pick and roll, look for the opportunity to throw the lob. Now, the maximum amount of lobs you could throw and still get rep for is 5. So if you throw 10 lobs, for example, you're only going to get credit for 5. So this is a big mistake amateurs make when grinding reps. So after you throw your 5 lobs, make sure to start looking for flashy passes. As you can see, my interior force has takeover, so all I need to do is throw him a flashy pass and he can go catch a body. Now unfortunately, we ended up losing this game, partly because I'm a 60 overall and partly because they made 5 whites. But anyways, the reason why I want to show you guys this game in specific is because look at the rep I got. I got 10,000 XP for a loss. Most people who win the game don't even get 10,000 rep points, and this is for a loss. If we would have won this game and I threw like 3 more flashy passes, let's say, you could easily be looking at 15,000 rep per game, and your rep bar will be going crazy, and you're going to be repping up in no time. Play when grinding rep is in the Jordan Rec Center, or now it's called the Rec Center. This is because you could throw up to 25 lobs per game and still get rep for each of these lobs. So 2s, I would say, is almost as good as rec when grinding rep. But the issue with 2s is if you're good at the game, you're probably not going to get consistent games because, you know, people will run from you. That's just how our community works. Now, if you're bad at the game and you're still looking to grind rep, I would recommend playing 3s, because the reason I recommend playing 3s is because you're going to be getting rep no matter what, because you get rep for playing defense, and you'll still likely get some rep because you're probably going to score a bit on the 3s, even if you end up losing. Whereas 2s, you might get 22 0'd by a good team, and you will get very little to no rep for that. Important bonus tip is to always check the event schedule and look for the 2 times rep events. You need to be smart when you play this game, because when you play 2 times rep events, think about it like playing it for 4 hours would be the same thing as playing normal park for 8 hours. It will just save you so much time in your rep grind. And if you use my daily spin method and land on 2 times rep, playing the event for just 1 hour would be the equivalent of you playing normal park for 4 hours. And that's how much time it would take you to get that same amount of rep. So always have a squad ready for these events and play sweaty. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. But before you click off, make sure to sub to the channel because we're on that 2K subscriber grind and I really need you guys' help if I'm going to get there. Also, I'll put 2 other videos on the screen I think you might like. But yeah, anyways, until next time, it's your boy JBT and I'm out. Peace.